Okay, guys. So we have some of the work I have done previously. Let me outline it for you guys because it has been besmirched by the black tint that I have surrounded the screen with. But I'm going to help you out, guys. I'm actually gonna outline it for you. Sorry, guys, I have kind of messed up pie over here. But I'm gonna. Okay, so this is periodic revision. This is the revision for the periodic, okay, guys? Uh, so what I was saying here, I was doing sine, and sometimes sine can be a square. This means it's squared. So when this happens, sine, you have to add it by itself. Um, um, no, guys, sorry, I've been mistaked. Um, when this is the case, when it is of like when it's so I'm gonna draw I'm gonna draw a square for you. So when sine is within this domain, you multiply it, but you multiply it. So multiplication works in this form: 2 times 2. This is 2 plus 2 because there's two instances of the 2 number occurring, and we get a resultant of 4. So let's go back to the question. Here, this actually cubed. When you see it cubed, since a cube has 6 sides, you multiply it by itself 12 times, because when a square it only has one side, you multiply it by itself 2 times. So when there's six sides in a cube, what you should do is multiply it by itself 6 times. So now that we've established that, let's start to solve this equation. Our given is sine x, okay? I'm just gonna outline it. Sorry for the inconvenience. So guys, I'm sorry, I don't know what I have written here, okay? But I'm also gonna write the theorem of this man. His name is Rollet. He actually made this theorem, okay? And this is the theorem we are studying in this mathematical lesson. So C is our letter of choice. Guys, in the actual exam, I'm pretty sure you are allowed to use any letter of your choice, but for the sake of comparison here, we're using C because it's just, I don't know why. We're using C, okay? And C is this is an E, but it's flipped laterally, okay? What we have to do here is use the E, and we're gonna. So I'm sorry, this looks like a bean, guys, but don't mind it. 0, 0, 2 into pi. This is pi. Pi is in the it's the angles and shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Okay, we're gonna. So when we derive, no. So now that we've had the sign, we have to do the derivative. Sine d over d into x in brackets / parentheses. And now that we have derived this equation from our previously given, we can now move on to the cosine x. It is along these lines. I am not perfectly sure of the enunciation of such word, but we have this. This is our current given, okay? And so once we equate these equations within the arithmetical means, no, I'm sorry, guys. This is statistical studies. This is not the current studies of the time. When we equate these equations within the calculation means, we get pi I'm sorry, guys, this is not the accurate way of representing the pi numeral. Pi over 2, or, see, sometimes, guys, in the examination, they will be giving the word and. This word is not correct, as it has not attained the same. It has not attained the same definition as or. So, or it is not the same as correction as and. So, and then, okay, and so, and we can't use and, okay? Let me write this in actually red, because red is the color of bad guys. So, and over here, we can't use and, okay? We must be using or. And let us get back to the explanation. 3 pi over 2. Okay, these are the current answers of the equation. Now here we're having the, sorry guys, I misspelled course. Here we're having the number 3 of course revision, okay? I believe for this one we equate x is equals to c, because if you actually look closely, we have both f in so there's x within the f parentheses, and we also have we also have c within the x parentheses, but for some reason the c, it is having a little hat on top of it. I am not I am not very sure of the implications of this, but I am sure it is only cosmetic. Okay, guys. So what we are be doing here is x is equals to c. Now the value of c through calculations that I am not in capability of performing is 2 over c plus 1. And if we go back up here, guys, what did I say about squaring? We square this function over here, but actually it's only in sign is the square put as a little on the top, okay? In the normal equations and numbers and letters, the normal ones, that is not sine or cosine or tangent, we have the c plus 1 here. We square it completely, like a big square around it. Let me actually get the, okay, so here is the square. Guys, this is somewhat a rectangle, but it is, in the examination you shall be equipped with ruler measuring cylinders. No, guys, I'm sorry. This is not the correct shape for the this is not the shape that is applicable in such situation. You will be needing. Let me draw it for you guys. Actually, you will be needing rulers of such stature, and these rulers, they will be having markings. Is this understood? Okay. So you're going to be needing those to make these straight, eloquent lines of equal side length, which is what we call squares in mathematics. And that is, okay. Okay, now that we have this, okay. This is our current equation for the letter C, and now we're going to be having the letter X. This is a common variable letter that is used in mathematics, and it is currently being used in the predicament that we are in. X, so the current value that we have found for X is actually 1, according to this this sheet over here. So now when we have 2 over c plus 1, I'm going to freehand the square, guys, is equivalent to x, which is also 1, in case you have not. I'm going to write them above in case you have not yet caught on to this ruse. We have this equation right here, and so what we do here is we cross multiply, and after the cross multiplication, you should have learned this in chemistry, after the cross multiplication we have ended up with c equivalent to minus 1 plus minus plus minus. There seems to have been a mistake, as due to my mathematical knowledge I can conclude that plus and minus are opposite symbols and cannot be coexisting in such a fashion, but I will be writing what has been written in this sheet. Yeah, so I will be writing this, and this is the current answer that has been presented to us by the education facility. Um, so this is the current answer. This is number three's answer, okay, guys? And so far we have actually covered all the material. Um, okay, we've covered everything. So we're actually gonna have a written part, guys. But since I'm currently on my sit-down laptop computer, I cannot be attaining a pencil. So what I will be doing is typing, and so they will be asking for the graphing. Okay, guys, we're gonna be having to graph a function of sine and cosine and tangent. And so let me actually make this bigger so you guys can see it. Oh, it has failed. You're gonna have to deal with this font size, guys. We're gonna be graphing these. Okay, so let me show you an approximate graph of the sine function. It is like so. Let me show you one of the cosine function. It is like so, and one of the tan function is like so. And so what you do is sometimes they will be asking for the addition of these functions, and this will be in the so-called written part on tomorrow's examination. And sometimes that's about it, guys. We're, so this has been um, this has been periodic division. This has been periodic division, and we have taken Rolly's theorem. And thank you. Goodbye.